So I just grabbed this Canon Wide Angle Converter off of eBay recently. It's the Canon W80-III-B, and I wanted to see how it would look on my 55mm Cato. I was able to find a listing with the correct 85mm clamp size, so it just slides right into the front of the lens. These first couple opening shots were with my 31mm dual lens mini prime. These converters are getting up there in age. You can see on the outside of the barrel, it's a little chewed up, but the glass is still pretty clean. This obviously makes the 55 longer and heavier, so I've thrown some rods and a lens support onto my C70 setup, you can see in this picture here. And I've included some wide open shots in my test this time around, just for this guy. Alright, I got my son Jack helping out with the lens test again. Now you can see I kind of hunt for focus, and it's really hard to keep that focus wide open. By the time he settles back into his seat, the focus sort of shifts to his hair instead of his eyes. I don't enjoy how blown out the bokeh shape is either. I do like the extra top and bottom blur you get at the wider T-stops though. I've kept the tripod in the same place and just thrown the wide converter on. You can really see that extra field of view you're getting. Alright, so why am I messing around with this giant adapter instead of going for the wider 40mm Cato in the first place? With my camera, the 40 wouldn't be any wider. That protruding rear element prevents you from using a speed booster. So 40 on the C70 with a straight adapter is basically the same field of view as a boosted 55mm. I can also use the 55 without a speed booster and get a tighter lens for free. Either way, if I want wider, I'd need to use this wide angle converter or a full frame body with open gate. And I don't think the outer image circle on these budget anamorphic lenses looks very good on open gate full frame, at least not with a wider focal length. And I settled on speed boosting the 55 instead of the 40 because when I saw Blazar's pictures of the updated 40mm design, I was pretty sure it would inherit the same traits of the 33mm Remus. The lens got longer, improved close focus, and that protruding rear element, all of which the 33 has. And I think the 33mm is my least favorite of all the Remus lenses. So I took the risk on the 55 speed booster combo, and I think I made the right choice for me. It's smaller than the 40, could become a tighter lens with a straight adapter, and I get to use a speed booster on my dual lens and any other PL lenses I want to play with. And I'll just let the test roll on without me rambling on top of it for a while. So this was a nice little surprise for me. I think the 55 Cato has a pretty good minimum focus already, but I do usually walk around with my +1/2 diopter just in case. But you can see how much closer I can get with just the wide angle converter on the lens. Alright, one last thing about shooting wide open. Besides the depth of field being too shallow, I really don't like the bokeh. You can see how it has a smudgy quality and sort of a glow around it. By stopping down even just a bit to T2.4, you can get rid of that glow and have a nicer, more defined bokeh shape. I'm gonna kind of rock back and forth between wide open and T2.4 so you can see what I mean here. That's a quick look at this wide angle converter. If you want to see more footage from this combo or anamorphic stuff in general, you can subscribe to this channel.